We have some breaking news around the Miami Dolphins. Wide receiver Albert Wilson has opted out of the 2020 season, joining fellow wide receiver Allen Hurns. So today's show, I'm going to be breaking down some potential Albert Wilson, Allen Hurns replacements for the Miami Dolphins. Let's take you through exactly what happened today and also a little bit of a reminder what happened yesterday. So Wilson, he is the second player on the Dolphins to opt out, just like Hurns was the first yesterday. These were two of the Dolphins' top 4 wide receivers entering this season. You have a talented player in Devante Parker. You also have the other Wilson, who I know a lot of y'all are very excited about. But both of these players were supposed to help Ryan Fitzpatrick and also really supposed to help the growth of Tua. So now players, they have until 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday to inform the Dolphins or all NFL teams whether or not they're going to opt out. This is what Albert Wilson posted on Twitter. There's a lot there, so bear with me. Not an easy decision to make. I've decided to opt out this 2020 season. It was a very tough choice, but since the day I started playing the game, it's always been faith, family, football. Because of this crazy time, I choose to put my family in the best situation I see fit. I will stand by my teammates and brothers to support them 100% throughout this season, and will be counting down the days until I can join them again. One love, Albert Wilson III. And then here's also what Allen Hurns said on him opting out yesterday. Definitely wasn't an easy decision, but I've decided to opt out of the 2020 season to do what's best for my family, and especially with a baby boy on the way. I will continue to support my team and brothers across the league wholeheartedly, and wishing them the best going forward all season. All love. So that's what Allen Hurns said. That's what Albert Wilson said. What I'm telling you is this Dolphins channel is keeping you up to date with all the news, breaking news. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And if you have already subbed, let us know, and if you could send it to all your diehard Dolphins fans, you see the link below, youtube.com/Dolphins News. Trying to get to 2,000 subs. Right now, it's the fastest growing Dolphins channel here on YouTube. So Allen Hurns, it's going to be a little bit of a, it's going to hurt, right? I mean, he's your 4th wide receiver, but he's also a bigger dude at 6'3", helped out here and there in the red zone, and at least took targets away, or at least took defenders away from your top 2 options, who are Devante Parker and, yeah, the other Wilson. So now you have Albert Wilson as well. He was supposed to be in the slot, and you could look at a Mike Gesicki as a tight end, but Wilson, to me, was the real safety blanket here for Fitzpatrick last season. Picked up a lot of clutch first downs, 43 catches, 351 yards, 1 touchdown. There's no doubt that this Miami team is going to miss both of these receivers, especially when you have a lot of new faces there. So here's the new depth chart for Miami. You got Devante Parker, you got Preston Williams, Jakeem Grant, who's now going to fill in there in the slot. You can see those are your 3 starters. You're going to be asking a lot of these 3 players. So who's the bigger loss? I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. You have Allen Hurns, type AW, or Albert Wilson. I want you to type AW. So for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, you might get with an ad break while the ad is playing. I want you to scroll on down. Let me know who's the bigger loss. So I promised you some potential replacements. All these players are free agents. So first up, Josh Gordon, the big-bodied wide receiver. If you're looking for somebody 6'3", a little bit like Allen Hurns, you could go out and get Josh Gordon. But remember, he still hasn't been reinstated by the NFL yet. And if he is reinstated, it does look a lot like he would go back to Seattle. But 20 catches, 287 yards, 1 touchdown last year. Spent some time with the Patriots, and he also spent a little bit of time, obviously, with the Seattle Seahawks. Probably my number 1 top pick, if I was the Miami Dolphins, the guy that I'm about to call up, is Taylor Gabriel, because I still believe that he is a reliable slot wide receiver. And I remember his days with the Browns, and then he had a good year with the Falcons. I mean, in 2018, Taylor Gabriel had 67 catches. That's only 2 years ago. So the fact that you just lost Albert Wilson, the fact that you lost Allen Hurns, if the Miami Dolphins don't at least call up Taylor Gabriel, I think that's going to be a really, really big mistake. So should the Dolphins sign a wide receiver in free agency, give me a Y for yes, or you can type your N for no. Originally, this video was supposed to be an Allen Hurns replacement video only. So I was like, okay, I can understand you still have some solid options, but now with you losing 2, yeah, I'm probably going to be typing my Y for yes. If there's a player that I don't have mentioned on this video, go ahead and throw him also in the comments. Let's now go to a veteran, Demaryius Thomas, at age 32. Another player who does bring some size, like 6'3", a lot like Allen Hurns, but he's not quite the same receiver he was. In 2018, he struggled a little bit with the Houston Texans, dealt with some injuries. 2019 wasn't the greatest year either with the Jets. The biggest reason why I still think he is available is because of those past injuries. Paul Richardson, you're next up here on the list. Only 28 years old, had 28 catches last season, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns as well. But the one interesting thing about him, 4 straight years with over 20 catches. So if you're just looking for a little bit of depth, Paul Richardson, he's maybe a guy that you can rely on. So today, special deal. You paying attention? Tua gear. Chatsports.com/Tua. We got jerseys, not just these awesome aqua ones, also the white jerseys as well. We got T-shirts in this bright, bright orange. Absolutely love it. But the reason why Allen Hurns, the reason why Albert Wilson, the reason why Miami is so crazy right now is because the world we're living in. So I could ask you all to please stay safe, wash your hands, and cover your face. We do also have these awesome Tua masks. It's not just the ones that you see available on screen. There's a bunch of different varieties as well. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Go ahead, rep the quarterback, chatsports.com/Tua. Next player on the list is Chris Hogan. And the reason why I think Chris Hogan is an interesting idea, he played with Brian Flores from 2016 to 2018 with the New England Patriots. And in those 3 years, he had over 30 catches in all of them. And if you're looking for a field stretcher and a fun story, Hogan is absolutely that. For those of you that don't know, Hogan played lacrosse in college and then was like, you know what? I'm going to try to figure out this football thing. Realize he's a solid athlete. Last season in Carolina wasn't a good fit, but maybe Brian Flores can go for a receiver that he knows pretty well. So one more time here, subscribe to the Miami Dolphins channel that you see below, youtube.com/Dolphins News. We are trying to get to 2,000 subs. YouTube told us we can't take you seriously until you get to 2,000 subs. So if you want more videos, if you want breaking videos sent right to your phone, hit the subscribe button. All right, next free agent wide receiver on the list is Jarius Wright, 5'10", 191 pounds. He's 30 years old, had 28 catches last season. Still a little bit of a solid depth player, but 3 straight years of playing in 16-plus games. Let's go to Jaron Brown, and I used to get Jaron Brown and the other Brown confused all the time on the Cardinals. John Brown, there's the name. Shout out to producer Dylan. But another wide receiver that I think kind of gives you exactly what you had in Allen Hurns, only a little bit of a lesser version of it, if you will. So if you're trying to replace Hurns, Jaron Brown is an interesting player to think about. Jordan Matthews. Who else remembers Jordan Matthews? 3 incredible years to start off his career with the Philadelphia Eagles. Then injuries took over. Still only 28 years old. A solid slot/possession receiver. If you could take what Albert Wilson did, and if you could take what Allen Hurns did, and if you put him into a lesser version of a big-bodied receiver, that's basically what you're getting with Jordan Matthews. Who's ready to throw up the X? Dez Bryant. Every single time we do a mailbag show here on this Dolphins channel, we always get questions about Dez. So now, without Hurns, without Albert Wilson, maybe you go knock on the door of the former OK State receiver who was going to play with the Saints, tore his Achilles, but at age 31, does he still have a little bit left in the tank? Well, go at least find out. The last player, because you know what they say, when you get desperate, sometimes you got to do some crazy things. Maybe the Miami Dolphins go knock or call on Antonio Brown's desk or phone, whatever this man uses today. Out of all the receivers that I showed you, he is by far the most talented, and he is still, in my opinion, if he were to play, one of the top wide receivers in the league. The issue is he's a little crazy, a lot crazy, and he's been suspended 8 regular season games in 2020. So if you're going to go out, you're going to get AB, you got to realize you're not going to have him for 8 games, and Dolphins fans know he did play in 1 game last year, 56 yards and 1 touchdown. So before I leave you, should the Dolphins sign Antonio Brown? Give me an AB for yes, or you can type FAB for no. If you like this video a lot, I would appreciate a like, and if you haven't already, please hit that sub button.